So you've stumbled upon Rise of Kingdoms somehow, and you're asking yourself, is this game worth playing? What is so unique about it compared to other games of its genre? And the answer is quite simple. It's called the open map movement mechanic. Whether your troops are mid-war, hunting barbarians, testing commander pairings, grabbing runes, or just looking to wander around the map, checking out the scenes, you can do it all by moving your troops freely on the map in whichever way you like. Majority of the game happens outside your city. Gathering, fighting, and doing events are some of the activities that you can only perform outside your city. For that, you need to send marches out to the field. Once you figure it out where your marchers are going, you can choose to straight march to the destination, create your own paths, make stops along the way, among many other different things you can do with your march while getting to your destination. Rise of Kingdoms' true crown jewel is its map movement abilities, and let's break down a little bit how the mechanic works and which way you can deploy marches as well as move them on the map. Currently, there are 3 ways to deploy marches out of your city. The first way to deploy a march onto the field is quite simple. Select a target, create a march, and go. The way you do this is by clicking on whichever target it is, hitting march, attack, gather, whichever button is available, setting the march, and launching it. And that's it. You're straight marching to your destination, and once you reach it, whichever activity your march was meant to do will be done, whether it's fighting, gathering, hunting barbarians, or whatever it is. The second way to deploy marches out of your city is by simply selecting a spot on the map and going to it. That's it. The way you do that is by simply tapping the screen and holding anywhere on the map that isn't occupied until a dotted circle appears. Once that happens and the dotted circle is there, you can let go of the screen and it'll pop up a menu. In it, you hit the march button, select your troops, set up your march just like above, and go out. The third way you can deploy marches out of your city is by dragging them out. The way that works is you tap and hold your city until the dotted circle appears, and in this stage you do not let go of the screen or the mouse or whatever you're playing with. At this point, you're going to drag out your finger, mouse, or again, whatever it is you're playing with, to a point on the map that is not your city without letting go of the screen. And that will cause a dotted line to appear with a distance number, and that is the distance your marches are gonna march and the exact path that your march is gonna make out of your city once the march is out. When you're satisfied with the place you're in, simply let go of the screen or the mouse, and in this case, a pop-up will appear where you can set up your marches, and once you've set them up and sent them out to march, they will go to set destination with the path that you saw as the dotted line. While on the map, your troops aren't restricted in any shape or form movement-wise, or aren't locked into any activity. You can at any point choose to divert your troops somewhere else, stop them in their place, recall them to your city, change their activity, and much more by simply moving them on the map to whatever else you want them to do besides what they're doing right now. While fighting multiple opponents, you can choose to change your focus from one opponent to another mid-fight by simply switching the target march you're hitting on the field. You can also reposition yourself mid-fight to a better strategically located position, as well as position yourself strategically early on before the fight begins to gain an extra advantage by simply taking advantage of the open field movement. While it takes some time to get used to the controls of this mechanics, and it requires you to stay focused, especially during intense wars, or else your marches might end up getting dragged around and destroyed, this is what makes Rise of Kingdoms such a unique game. I encourage you all to come check out this mechanic as well as Rise of Kingdoms. Don't forget, of course, to slap a like on this video, subscribe to the Rise of Kingdoms channel, and we'll see you all in the next video.